I just been on Facebook. I did this. I'm looking for another sketch to do. I just did this on Facebook. I was trying to get a realistic of Batman, but that didn't happen. I did this yesterday on not on Facebook. I did this yesterday over here on my last stream. And I did this on my last stream over here. So I'm coming over and I'm gonna do one more here. And I'm thinking about doing Superman because I'm feeling like it's one of these days where I should do superheroes. And I've been having a day, I tell you. I literally canceled my Meta subscription for Facebook for all this craziness because I can't get in my one Instagram account. I've It's been a week since I paid for this bundle package to do a bunch of stuff for me, and honestly, they're just aggravating me about all of this. So I went ahead and canceled it because I don't know. They want me to get this WhatsApp number and this app, and then I have a Microsoft authentic for authentication, whatever, to get your codes. And they want a 6-digit code for me to get on my Instagram. And the thing is I don't know. It's crazy. I can't be getting in. I don't know how to get all these codes, and I'm trying to get my own account. So my one account on Instagram, I guess, is going to remain frozen. And it's not one I cared about, so I just opened up a new one. So I got one to replace that one, and hopefully Meta gets their stuff together. So I am going to. I'm opening up my computer to try to find a Superman sketch. But if you guys want a tarot card reading over here or whatever, I'm here. And I'm just going to do Superman sketch. Now that people are here, this is what I did yesterday in stream. From start to finish, I did this one. I made this one. And I was trying to make a realistic Batman, but it ended up looking like this instead. So come to Turkey. I wish I had that kind of money to go everywhere. Oh, hi. I don't have that kind of money. I'm trying to fight with all these people trying that I get subscriptions for. Facebook, they invited me to get subscriptions because I will go over there because they aggravate me sometimes, and I would not, and I won't go live. But now they invited me to get subscriptions, and they tell you there's recommended audio to use on your shorts. You use it, and then all of a sudden they forget that they allowed you to use it, and then you have all kinds of problems. I'm starting to do shorts over there, but I'm going to see what superhero sketches they have. Here we go. Yeah, this Batman I did. I'm in nursing. So I do nursing for a living. And this is why I like to do other things because I'm beginning to dislike nursing altogether. But this thing, I did a replica of it, but it was on Etsy, and they wanted like $1,500, close to it, for this, for something that took me an hour and a half. I can't believe people pay this. I don't think anybody should charge that much for a sketch. It's insane. It really is. All right, I'm gonna do Spider-Man. It should be coming up on the screen. I'll show you which one I'm going to do now. It's coming up. Oh, hello, how are you? But I'm going to turn this around and show you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to do right there. Just that head of that. I am trying to get my sketching skills up. This is what I'm doing. Oh, well, hello. How are you doing? And when you get your sketching skills up, it's always better. This is a shoebox. I have so much stuff, and I have had so much art supplies donated to me by my friends. It's crazy. I actually bought these. I have my friends that actually, my one friend came and she gave me all these paints because I paint my sketches. I was on the stream yesterday and I think it was a kid or a teenager or somebody, but they said they sketch too. And they said, you can't paint your sketches. I said, yes, you can. And if you're going to buy a sketch for $1,500, at least have it painted. Because that's a lot. That truly is a lot of money. I'm just saying, I think it is. But that's just my opinion. I'm trying to find a color that's kind of dark so I can start sketching this. I'm thinking, I think this is gray. It's like a grayish blue, but I don't know if it's going to come up on the camera well. I'm going to go with this gray. I wish I could get a bunch of black pastels. I've been looking all through. I can't, they don't sell just black. And honestly, when you're sketching, black pastels are your best friend. And I don't understand why I can't get them in. Oh, there's the cards. If any of you guys want a reading, I could stop and do that. But, I am from Ohio. And that is located in the United States. So, I'm in the very, I'm not in an interesting place. I mean, I think the most interesting thing that happens to me is coyotes. And I'm talking now, I got to deal with wolf coyotes. And it's insane what I got to deal with sometimes. So, this is a very small sketch, and I do look at these because I got to expand these out. And I like to start bottom up. And I just eyeball these. And sometimes, people don't believe that you did it or didn't do it. And let's see here, I gotta start rounding this out. See, with these kind of things, even though this is your eraser, is a rag. See, I didn't get that rounded out right. But this is literally your eraser. It's crazy, but I like this method before I actually start sketching. And I'm going to make spider webs all around him in this sketch also. I decided. Alright, now I'm going to start this side of his face. I hope you can see it in the camera. I'm just kind of like sketching around this way. I just honestly cannot believe people pay that much money in this economy for this. And there was only one left, though, this sketch on Etsy. My one friend wanted me to sign them because sometimes I just give them away for presents. Just to make people feel better. I made one for one of my patients. I made her a little flower thing because I started out with flowers. I really did. So, alright, this is going in this way. And then there's an eye right here. So I'm going to start sketching around this way to give this eye a little dimension. And then the eye, this other eye would go right here. Alright, this is going here. And then from here it goes up. And you want to get it all nice and even as much as you can. And if you have to, you erase with your rag. And I do actually promote this method for anybody that is starting out with sketching, because you can really start it just like right here. I kind of messed up right here, and that's okay because this is the beginning process. So you got to get the shape nice. Alright. And then you just take this and right where I kind of messed up on these lines, because you gotta get your head proportions good. Because it's a side view of Spider-Man. And then there's all of this. But yeah, I'm just a Ohioan that I get busy. My husband's a gamer. He does Twitch and stuff, and I get bored. So I just started sketching for the last 6 months. And this is where it got me. And then I decided I thought it looks kind of icky. A little bit. So I started just doing other stuff with it. And I decided I wanted to paint it too. And it worked out pretty well. Now this other eye kind of goes up like an almond a little bit. Like a teardrop almond, like almost like a teardrop. And then and then there's this really big bold line here. I cannot draw dogs because I'm trying to do a portrait of my dog. And apparently, dogs in log cabins and human faces are very hard. Very, very hard. So if you are starting out or think that you might want to do this kind of thing, I would not be discouraged if you cannot do any of that. I'm not even at this level, and I've been doing it for 6 months. I mean, I keep at it, and you should keep at it. I'm getting the spider webs in now. And it's all curving this way because that's where his head is angled. The angling of the heads is very hard. Very hard, too. And you really got to kind of practice. Because all this stuff, it gives things dimension, so. Alright, now this comes out like that. Because of the whole spider thing's here. And run right here. Now I'm just eyeballing where these webs are starting on this face. And this is what all I do is I eyeball this stuff. And I like to I started practicing on these pastels. These pastels are the way to go. I guess you could practice with pencils, but if you want to actually get to where you're doing like painting with it, it's a lot easier doing it this way. So I I may be what? You may be a mod, Peas. Oh, well, I'm not looking at fans. I'm just looking, this is like a hobby. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have other fans. I mean, I didn't think I was going to actually have fans. Really, my biggest fans are my patients, if you want to know the truth. I go to work and my patients want to know, they get very excited. They're all subscribed to Chong the dog. My patients' families love me. I don't know. I want to say low key, I think my patients are my biggest fan. I mean, I'm glad that you're a fan, but I want to say that they're my biggest fans. Because technically, I'm with them a lot. So I guess we want to. I would say it would be my patients. If we got to say anybody's my biggest fan, I'm gonna extend this out and just do this because I'm just here to kind of practice and be able to draw my damn dog. All right, these spider webs here are going up. But thank you for being a fan. I mean, I didn't think I would actually ever have fans except for my residents. So, my patients said that eventually I was going to get people that liked me. I mean, sometimes I think they don't like me because they're very grouchy. Sick people are very grouchy. They really are. There's some days they literally act like they hate me, and then they ask me where I've been when I float to another assignment, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you sat there and cussed me out and did all this, and then you want to know where I've been. But this is what you do when you deal with the sick and elderly. And this is, I guess, life. And then everybody goes, what are you doing over there? I said, well, I guess I'm painting myself to retirement. Because technically I'm 50, so I figure give myself another 10, 15 years, I'm going to be worried about other stuff. You know, I mean, hopefully I've been taking care of myself. I got my gums taken care of. I got an operation on those, so my gums are good. I had an infection there. And the thing was, and I will tell you guys, if you have any problems with your gums or you have a lot of ear infections, you could have an infection in your gums. I've had constant ear infections for so many years. I went to the dentist, and then found me a really good dental surgeon, and was working on my gums, and I literally found out that was what was wrong with me. So I will tell you that. And I was starting to have heart problems because of it. Alright, I'm trying to do this little shade they got here. I got this so far. It's very easy. You just take it and put a bigger level. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just lightly do this to give this dimension. They just say you lightly do that. The pastels are really good. And this is what all these people are using and spending $1,500 and charging $1,500 for this stuff. Gives it a little dimension. It kind of gives it. You want it to look almost. You gotta see like one's raising up. A lot of tattoo artists use this method. Honestly, they do. All right, now this here, I'm gonna make this real bold here. Just like that. But but yeah, I've been arguing with Facebook. And I got to the point where I literally, like I said, I unsubscribed my thing and I don't even care about the check mark anymore. I don't. I'm not paying for something that I gotta argue about. I can't. I can't no more. They can go and just do whatever they need to do and just leave me out of it at this point. This is just where I'm at with them. They want me to. I am doing my little. I did do a sketch over there because I am getting paid over there. I'm not getting paid over here, but they say eventually you get paid over here. And then I'll be closer to getting my rescue village because the sad dog videos, the sad dog videos. There's dogs out there that people are doing just crazy stuff, and it's right here on YouTube. They're everywhere. These sad dog videos, and it's shameful the way they're treated. I just don't understand why anybody would want to treat a life this way. I don't. All right, now this here, there's a big line this way and that way, and this is showing his neck. So I'm going to just shade this way. If you shade around these, you show dimension. And that's what you kind of want to do with these pastels. See? Right here. If when you shade there, that's how it is. And you show these dimension, that's how easy it is. And I'm not here, like I said, to sell anything or do nothing. This is what I do to relax. I am a writer. I am trying to get another computer so I can finish my other book and stuff, but this is something to keep me busy until then, honestly. Alright, now this just goes in here. I gotta do that to show dimension there. And I think we're good here. And then I just want to do, I don't know, I want to add something. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, you can ask a question. I'm here. I haven't had a question in, I haven't had a tarot card reading for a while. And this is Pia? I think it's Pia. But yeah, I'm just relaxing and chilling. And I changed my whole schedule from work because I told them that they're going to cause me trauma where I got to go to the psych ward over right across from the hospital where I work. And I tell them all they're going to be driving me there. And then they think I'm joking. I got anxiety issues. That's why I got a service dog. Then I got my work causing me stress, the residents. And then nursing has not been fun since COVID's been gone. Since COVID period. It's changed everything. And I do mean everything about nursing. If any of you guys want to be a nurse or an aide, because I'm an aide and they always say you want to go to nursing school, I said no, I would rather be painting. I probably could, and I could pass the test. It's, do I want to be a nurse? This is my major issue right now. I don't think I would want to be a nurse. I used to want to be a nurse, not after COVID. These family members and all that, they can keep their families. They can go take them home. They'll teach you how to do all that right there. I mean, people don't understand. We go through a lot, and then you have where you got to run to one family member. It's sometimes terrible, and it's like, and then you got all these people that got to be changed and stuff and one things, and you got one family member saying, "Oh, we're gonna call state if you don't come get to my family member first." It's like, how fair is that to everybody else involved? But I guess that's the state of the world today. It's COVID. But anyways, Pia, I think it's Pia or Pia. You have a new moon in Gemini for your January reading, and this is just talks about communication. There's just somebody that you're not communicating well with. You're like oh God, what's that lady that raps? Oh my gosh, it's at the tip of my tongue. I think of it. There is someone's talking instead of talking to you, they're talking at you, and no one, and it really goes nowhere. Like if that makes any sense. And you got a full moon in Leo and a new moon in Leo. I mean Libra. Sorry. Full moon in Libra. Leo is always talks about pride because lions have prides and it represents that, the Leo thing. So somebody just doesn't want to admit they're wrong. They're stubborn. They're very stubborn, someone in your life. And then you got a new moon in Libra, and it just talks about a new romantic cycle. Now, this new romantic cycle, it could be a same person, because if you're having a lot of problems and you're arguing, and then you kind of resolve it and you make up and things like that, it turns into another cycle with the same person. So we're not talking, had a misunderstanding. Well, maybe this card means you're going to find someone else or you need to find someone else. I mean, sometimes you have to leave people. I mean, you got to think about your life. Life expectancy, my friends, is like 60 or 70, depending on your lifestyle, your genes, and this and that. And then everybody finds Jesus before they die. Everybody. It's almost like prison. I go to work, everybody got a rosary in their room that's dying. This is what happens in life. So you gotta seize the day. I forgot who said that. I think it was one of the presidents that said that. I'm not sure. I can't think of which one it was. But you gotta seize the day. And you gotta find what makes you happy, not what other people think is happy. So that's the one advice I can give you. I can, but honestly, at this point, it's up to him, because in this realm, there's something called free will, and I can't predict what if he's going to decide if you make him happy. Because as much as you're worried about if he's come back to you, he may not want to come back, and that's perfectly fine. And it's the way sometimes things go. So, but I will do password reading on that. But it's just like one of my ex fiance, which is my oldest father. We love each other. He's a good father, but he's a horrible husband, and we just don't get along. And his new wife, she regrets being with him. He cheats on her, and And when he's watching a ball game or something, and she's bothering him in the house, he's cheated on her several times, and they have several houses together. So he just tells her to shut up. I mean, Buddy's a good father. He's leaving my older son with a lot of money, but sometimes that's how people are. So, and if that's how they want to lead their life, as long as they take care of the kids, the universe does not care. Because some people are not monogamous, and that's okay not to be monogamous, as long as it's an agreement where you guys tell each other that this is not just a me and you thing. I'm going to eventually find someone else, and I guess they did, because he went ahead and married a stripper. And it is what it is, I guess. So, what can you do? Yeah, you for that relationship thing, the energy there is in a full moon Aquarius. And this just means showing who you are inside. And I don't think that one is towards you. I think that's him. That's what I'm picking up. It's your partner that is not satisfied with you. He doesn't want to be what he was with you. He wants to be something else. It's type thing. He felt trapped. And then you're in a south, and he's surrounded by a south node and a full moon in Gemini. A south node is talking about the past holding you back, and that would be you. And then you got a full moon in Gemini, and then this is talks about answers. I mean, it really doesn't look good. I see a lot of where he's not happy, and he kind of wants to leave the past and just kind of leave it all behind and just follow another road in life. And this is perfectly fine. As long as he's not malicious or anything, there's no karma that comes to this. None at all. So, I don't know, maybe just go on a girls' night out. I mean, if he wants to be with someone else, let him. Because, honestly, it's not going to be bad for you.
Oh, of course!
When my ex did that to me and we just didn't get along, I just literally was like, okay. And I took care of my son, and now he left him a lot of money. He got land. I didn't even ask him for money when we broke up, but he gave it to me. So, I mean, it could work out to your advantage, and it could work out not to your advantage. But you can't expect one person that's not happy to stay with you your whole life. Just like yourself. You can't expect somebody. Nobody would expect you to stay with somebody you didn't love. So if he truly doesn't love you and he doesn't come back, you can't work things out. Sometimes these things are for the best. So, I mean, it hurts, but what can you do? Alright, I'm just putting this thing because I just feel this needs a little work. I'm going to put Spider-Man team up because I got all this room up here. Maybe try to paint. That would be good. Painting is good, especially when you're upset about things. It really is. Alright, Mr. Spiky. The Spiky Man. I'm going to do a spider web. I don't want to have it too involved with this. Maybe I can have like a little spider web going on the side, just this way, but not touching him. Maybe that's what I'll do. Go this and that. There we go. And these readings, I don't lie, but I see what I see, and sometimes that's how life hits us. And honestly, through every hardship comes something better.
Why me?
And it really does through every hardship. For every hardship I've been through in my life, there has always been something better that came along in my life. And there's nothing wrong with it. There really isn't. Finding yourself sometimes is the best option. It really is. Alright, I'm going to do a half spider web that way. Just a half. I don't want to ruin the face because I actually got the dimensions halfway decent today. See how this here, the shading kind of brings it out in dimensions, and I got Spider-Man and Team Up. And I did I think the person that was in my stream the other day he did sketching. I suggest to everybody pastels. Even if you don't have a lot of money, save up and get these pastels and get yourself some poster board. You don't want to put all of this on a canvas unless you've practiced up. I've been at this for 6 months, folks. 6 months. That's a long time. And I've had to learn to sketch in just a lot of different things here. Alright, see, now these two brushes are dead, so I'm not even gonna bother with those. But I just got these small spongy things that got donated to me. I'm wondering if the small spongy thing would work. Alright, now you got my little thing of black. I always have black chalk stuff. I always do. I think black chalk is the ultimate go-to. These little things, and I dip it in here. I don't like to be making a big mess with when most of my sketch work is that. I haven't used this yet. I do love my sponges though. I'm just gonna go down here with this. I don't know, the sponge is taking half of the paint. I'm gonna leave that like that and get me another one of these babies. Here, I'm gonna get this. I think the little tiny brushes are better. I think when you get through with these sketches, they look so much better when you paint them in. It gives them so much better dimension, and you only need a little bit of paint with this kind of method. You really do. I've been to Walt Disney a lot. I went like 5 times. And of course, when you're there, you find out the story of Walt and this and that. And he was very racist. He really was. But, they were coming off World War II. But this is how he kind of did stuff. He painted on like poster board and stuff. And they call it character boarding. And this is how he did his stuff. Which is, and everything was hand painted out. And it's not a bad method. I mean, yeah, the man was coming off of World War II, and he had issues. Yes, I get he had issues, but don't we all? I mean, racism. I mean, half of my residents are racist. It's what they were kind of affiliated with, That's how they grew up. The thing is don't spread the racism. See, we got this with our character boarding, and it brings out the eyes. That's what's nice about it. You don't have to, like, I just do a little bit to where you can tell. But I'm going to go ahead right on the outside of this and make this all black. Because black chalk paint really helps you. It really does. It helps you out a lot. And I hope I'm helping out people that really want to sketch and do art, because it's a great outlet. Oh my god, it's such a great outlet. Art is wonderful. I mean, there's all kinds of art. I mean, yeah, we all love music. Who doesn't love music? But there's other kinds of art you could do. Yeah, they're writing. Writing takes a minute because you gotta know. There's a lot of language stuff going on. I studied a lot of language when I was younger. A lot of it. A lot of the reels I do is because, and they turn out better because I am a writer. And if you're a writer, you kind of you can do a lot of stuff with the reel. You really can. And that's where writers kind of have the upper hand. And I think when my social media, oh, hello, how are you? Is this a question right here? I'm doing questions today. What's coming in my love life for January? And this is prayer. It says pray. Okay, is that pray? That's a pretty name. Can you pull? Yeah, I can. I'm just over here because YouTube tells you can't have music going. I get it. They You can't have a lot of stuff, but you can do stuff. And the one thing I can do is that, and I'm not gonna sit there and talk like a gypsy lady in front of you guys. That's just silly. I won't do that. So, I mean, if I think it's ridiculous, then obviously it is ridiculous. So, but yeah, I can see what's going on in your love life. But like I said, don't get too stuck on one person. Try to always know who you are, Priya. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I even mispronounce my residents' names too, so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. I'm just really bad at pronouncing names sometimes. But yeah, never lose yourself. And just remember there's always more people out there for you in the world. The world's a big place. And the universe is a very big, vast place. Stephen Hawking has taught us, and the telescope. And with the research with the multi dimensions, it's a vast place. And there's a lot there for us that we just don't understand. So, seize the day, friend. Seize it. I'm doing Spider Man. I've made Batman. For all the new people that just came on the stream, I did Batman earlier for Facebook. I did this one yesterday for YouTube. Just doing this freehand, and I just say, seize the day because this is what matters at this moment is you guys, the tarot cards, and the paint. And it makes me happy for the day. But I got your cards pulled out. You got a new moon in Cancer. And this just talks about safety, which is good. It means that, and it talks about your loved ones and stuff surrounding you. And that's good. It just represents a community of people supporting you. And you got a full moon of Virgo. And this just pretty much is saying that you have a low self esteem and trying to let you know that you're good enough to be with somebody. And you're a very good person. And it's pretty much giving you enlightenment. And then you got a new moon in Capricorn, which means you've been trying to find yourself. And it's just talking about hard work paying off in that genre. I'm really not seeing anything happen in January, but you may come across somebody. I do see a new cycle coming for you. That I do see. But it always starts out as a friendship and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, baby. What's up? What's up?
Alright, if you guys hear screaming, it's my husband on Twitch streaming. He yells about his cocoa ass all the time. And people like to hear this. I don't know why. So, what about the first week of February? Honestly, let's just get through this month because cycles change. Energy cycles change all the time. They really do. You can meet somebody that's a possibility, and let's say it doesn't work out, the universe sends someone else. That's the way it does. It works in really weird ways, and all the cards will tell you at that point is be patient. So, and honestly, you don't need a man to define you. I'm over here. I was single for 2 years, and it was the happiest part of my life when I was single for 2 years. It really was. What makes me happy is taking care of the old people that like to torture me and scream at me at work and then wonder where I'm at. These are the things that make me happy. Yeah, the husband does make me happy, but if he was to leave tomorrow, I'm attached to all my sick people. Because I'm going to be there till they die. You got to find a purpose in your life. I mean, in February, you can. I mean, I would manifest it. I would get a crystal. Right now, the energy is you are not going to find anybody until you manifest and it's meant to be. You are not meant right now for anybody, and it's a closed circle. And that they closed your circle because they want you to find yourself. I mean, everyone has a purpose in this world before we leave. Everybody. I do, you do, and everyone does. Right now, my purpose is to be here and to be painting. And there's really nothing wrong with having circles like this, honestly. But like I said, try to find something that makes you happy. I mean, you could help the dogs. There's a lot of dogs all around the world that need help in every country. And they get treated like crap everywhere, the dogs. People breed. They do illegal breeding all the time. And these poor critters that are overpopulated are treated like crap. Nobody really truly cares about them sometimes. They're left on the streets in bad conditions. And people, there is nice people like me out there that do adopt them and care, but they just keep the numbers keep increasing every day, and suffering happens every day. And really, that's what Chong the dog is about. Chong the dog is about trying to alleviate some of this suffering. There is a lot of human suffering and a lot of animal suffering going on. Over here, I seen they chained up a mountain lion for 20 years. 20 years, folks. I almost cried, and then the rescuers got to him, and he was so happy because he was chained for 20 years. They took care of him. They looked like he was well fed, but it's not right. Not right at all. For anything to have to be chained up like that. There needs to be wildlife refuges for these big predators. And I get that we, in a sense, are the main person, but I don't understand why these animals got to suffer. I don't understand why we got to be a-holes and be horrible to these animals. But Spider Man's looking pretty good. Look at this. And you keep all these shadings in here, but yeah, it makes me sad. That's why I'm over here. I'm over here for the. I'm over here for the critters. If we can't be here for a higher purpose, we might as well just give up our existence, because we got to give to take. And the world is a big, vast place. And I want to leave this world knowing that I tried to save as many dogs as I could and many animals. I really do. I'd like to get a wildlife refuge and and help them, because it's shameful what we do. Shameful. What we do to even our oceans and these aquatic animals. They get caught in these nets. And when these animals get caught in these nets, sometimes, the dolphins, they die. The baby dolphins die from the caps. The caps of your pop, like I don't know, the pop cans and all that, the with the plastics. Because the baby dolphins, they brought one off the shore, and then the baby died because it couldn't feed from the mother, because it got a bottle cap on his nose, and the mom literally they were was making crying noises, and it was truly heartbreaking. And it was because of us that happened. And we're just, I hate to say it, we're the monsters of our own planet. If anybody's to blame for all this, it literally is the human race. It makes me being ashamed to be a human. I mean, you even have Keanu Reeves trying to help these animals. He's everywhere trying to help these animals. And he's a famous actor. And he goes on, he doesn't really act no more. He just goes around trying to help animals. They said he spent an entire winter with a wolf family trying to help them from freezing. And I have a lot of mad respect for him, because this is something I would do. Because we are not that important in the world. And we aren't. I mean, we sit there, we have this existence that we think is all good, but what do we give to the other people? I feel like once we solve our purpose, everything else falls into place. And I don't know if we ever will. I mean, people tell me the end is coming. I hear that from a lot of people. I really do. Lots of people, especially in the spiritual realm. You know, all the other kind of the psychic people and all that. Maybe they're right. Maybe we've done so much, we just our race deserves to die. I don't know. Or maybe just we need to get our shit together. I couldn't tell you the answers, but I got a tiny little brush for these. And this is what I'm going to use these fine lines for. This is where more fun begins. You just want to gently trace over your sketch. You don't want to, and leave all the shavings here, all the shading that happened, leave it. Leave it, leave it where it's at. We're just going to get these nice spider webs in here. And try to have a steady hand as you're doing this also. You want these nice pronounced lines in here. It brings attention to your stuff. And I use my smaller brushes for this. I got a whole bundle deal. From my favorite Amazon, I ordered another crystal from there. Laugh out loud. And all my fighting with Meta and getting all my subscription things set up over there. I got mine. I ordered a healing crystal. It does help sometimes, the healing crystal. It because I have really bad anxiety, so I black argonate works a lot for healing. And it's supposed to help you just like if you're not feeling good and stuff too. That it is supposed to do. You know, if you don't get it perfect, it's okay. You're practicing. I mean, this I'm literally just practicing. I'll probably literally give this to somebody, but this is what I do. I don't really have any young residents at the moment. I got psychopaths, residents, I like to call them. They're with it, but I get it. They're in a bed and they're grouchy. But sometimes they're. And I do love them in the end, and I do get it that we're the last, like the family members tell me, they're angry because they're sick and this and that, and they take it out on us. I mean, over the years, I've gotten used to things like this with them. And it's okay. And I'm just going through all of these little spider lines with the black. And see how it's starting to come over. You gotta have this popping out. You have to. And if today I only reached one person, that's a good sketcher that possibly wants to just have a good hobby and maybe be better, hopefully be better than me. I'm glad I inspired you because that's what life's all about. One person inspires another. And I do suggest all those sketch artists out there, pastels and chalk paint in poster board. It is a sketch artist's best friend. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's why sometimes if I don't have one kind of chalk, it's okay. Because a lot of times I'm just, if I only got a gray, that's okay.
Oh shit.
Because this is what I'm doing with it anyway. So,
Oh,
and then you just keep it going like that. Keep getting these spider webs defined nice. And then just do a little bit here. I gotta detail this whole thing. But this is how you character board. This is exactly how Walt did it. And he did a lot of sketches of Mouse. You know, when he was doing Mickey Mouse, there was a lot of sketches before his wife told him that that one was the best one. So I'm just trying to let you guys know you might have different sketches of things that are good, but it maybe not be the one you want to keep. I mean, Walt had plenty, and they have all of his other sketches, the ones before Mickey Mouse that he practiced with, and those are in Disney World. They're there because he was coming from the Nazis and all that, and came over and decided he wanted to make Disney World. Actually, Disneyland he made first in California, and then moved over to Disney World and created that later on. And Cinderella's castle was first in the making. That really was. Alright, now we're going to do this there. Alright. Now I'm going to let all of this, your chalk paint, actually dries quick. So I'm going to bring this up here. And I'm going to work on the bottom here so I don't be getting all this black paint on me. Now we're going to go up that way. And I'm just taking my time with this. And then you bring this down like that. Over like that. There we go. It's so nice. These are the nice little details that regular sketch artists don't bring out. And I feel this is the best way to go. At least for me it is. So I got all these little brushes I ordered. So I don't really worry. You could use marker, but I think painting makes it look just so well more defined. And then once a little of this paint dries, I probably am honestly going to use a little marker. But I like to get my some of this in painted first before I get my marker involved.
I'm trying. We got this couple way.
There's certain things I just want.
Yep.
I think paint makes look better.
Oh, no.
And then my friend dropped off these shadow boxes. She goes, "Can you use shadow boxes?" And I've done shadow box work. I was like, "Yeah, I probably could." I said, "I don't mind doing shadow boxes. I might do a shadow box one day on stream." I do all my law arts and crafts on stream. I really do. It's really the most interesting thing I do all day. I don't think it's interesting if you guys were at work watching these residents boss me around and act like crazy people and then apologize 20 minutes later. I guess it could be hilarious if we didn't break like a bunch of HIPAA laws. So, That could be, it could be funny. It really is. It's, I mean, things I see there, I will never see nowhere else. They die, I will tell you, they die with a lot of regret. People that, there's people that were with somebody for years and they were in a loveless marriage and then they get older. Because when you get
Oh
older,
shit.
sometimes people, like, they don't believe in divorce.
Fuck. It's
There's some
right there.
couples that truly did love each other, but there's some that didn't. And you could tell right before they die because they're not there. Some people die alone because they won't leave people. I see it every day. And I get it that, when you're still young, you think it's all great. But I don't know, to have the end result dying alone with a caregiver being the last person to see you, and then your kids being too busy. I mean, when you're in that dying stage, if they don't really care, and then the husband's just sometimes not there at all. You really could tell these things, and you owe it to everybody. Deserves to have a happy life. They really do. I'm gonna leave some of these gray things. You could even tell. I'll show you how you can still see the gray here. My little shadings there, you can still tell. So, because I'm going to take these right where this is shaded in. You don't use a whole lot of paint. Don't use a whole lot of paint. Hello, how are you? Just take a little bit on your brush where it's just kind of brushes in just a little bit. Just a little. You don't want a lot. Just a little scrapping. Because there's just a whole lot of shading this way, but I gotta show the shading. It's like, I like to call this the smudging. I want just a little smudge here where you have these to kind of show this here. I'm not even really putting any more black paint on here. I'm just showing this, like, I'm just accenting this area. Yeah, you just don't want a ton of paint there. Yeah, you just want this coming off like a shade. And then there we go. See, I'll show you there. There's the shading right there. See, now you can tell dimensions. Just wait till you only got a little bit of paint on here. And Spider-Man looks pretty damn good. It really does. It's not bad. But I am going to color in his eyes. Oh, hello, how are you? We're fixing up Spider-Man over here. I'm doing sketch art paintings. I sketched it out with pastels. I did this yesterday. I did this today because you're new. So I did this today on Facebook. Did Batman. It's Superhero Day. Superhero Day is Happy Day over here. I love my superheroes. I really do. I mean, I can watch all these shows all the time and just be happy. But this is who I am. Alright, I'm gonna put this chalk paint here, and I got a bunch of this paint my friend gave. So I'm gonna make his eyes red in here. I'm gonna do a different, because I want to color this in and make this look a little nice. And then when I get through this stream, I'm gonna wash all my brushes. But yeah, I want to just paint this in here. I mean, this is my depiction of Spider-Man. So if I want to make his eyes go in a little red, why not? Because it's your work, and if you're busy and you want to sit down and you're relax in your house or your apartment or whatever, why not? And these I give away for presents. They have acrylic markers you could buy that have actual paints in them that you can sign these with. Or you can use them while you're painting. I got a lot of donations with these. But yeah, that looks nice with the red eyes. It's not bad. Then I'm going to put red in this. I got the red here. I mean, it could be Spider-Man had a new outfit. Why not? I mean, I'm not trying to open up a. I'm not trying to open up a entire like Walt Disney here. I'm just trying to have a good day and have a good paint and be happy for the day. Okay, I'm gonna put. I'm just gonna paint the middle of that red. I think it would be fun if it was red. I'm just painting the inside of this. And it's turning out pretty decent. I am big on superheroes and anime. I am so big on this. I feel like a kid when I'm doing this kind of stuff. It's fun to me. Alright, we got that so far. See, that little spider bug's gonna look nice to that side. And it's gonna accentuate his eyes. To me, this is a man. Maybe it's a girl, I don't know. I would think a female, if Spidey was a female, he would have his outfit more together, but maybe a female would too. I don't know. I could be judging, I could be prejudging this. But Spider is a man, it does say man, so. But this Spider Man has a little style. I like to have things with color and style. My character boards always have color and style. And I'm using these new paints I have. My friend will be so happy. I might even give one of these to her kids. I don't know. But you just sit up here and you do all these final touches are what makes it good. And everybody will tell you it looks good, but it's unfinished. This makes it finished. Paint. Paint alone. You would have known. I'm getting in between everyone. It's kind of like a surgeon. You gotta make sure you're not sloppy getting it everywhere and keep a steady hand. It's literally almost like surgery. Because these doctors have to have the steadiest hand. I don't know if I'd ever want to be a surgeon. They go through a lot of school. A lot. And there's a lot on TikTok and these social medias. Dr. Pimple, she's an actual surgeon. And she makes so much money. Oh my God. There's some people that are actors. I forgot his name. The one actor is actually a psychiatrist. You got some medical people that get into acting and stuff. Dr. Pimple's like one of the most famous doctors. I love watching Dr. Pimple. I don't know about you guys. She's awesome. I mean, a lot of times it's not a pimple. It's other stuff. It's a cyst or something. but they call her Dr. Purple. But I love to see the stuff she gets out of there when she gets her little scalpels and stuff together. I love to see it. But to me, I'm a medical person. This is what I like to look at. I enjoy things like that. And I guess being a medical professional, I don't like to see people in pain. I don't like seeing people abusing animals. My one friend today on Facebook, it was so funny. She put a post. Anyone whose dog is outside, and she said the whole world. She said a hole, but she said it on Facebook, and they are big about like cussing and stuff. And she goes, "I said what I said." She put, and I laughed. But us medical people, we love the animals, love them, and we would never hurt them because we want to help people, not hurt people. I don't know. I think a lot of these abuse cases, I could be wrong. I think it's due to drugs because I don't think anybody. I want to believe that somebody would not cut a dog's foot off and their tail and laugh about it and go home and feel good about it. Watching a dog suffer like that. I got that. I'm trying to think of something else to fix it up. But yeah, I don't understand how you could just see the suffering of an animal and be happy with it. That messes with my head all the time. And I wonder to myself, who are these people? You just wonder. You're just like, it's messed up. It really is. I'm thinking about putting the red in here. But I think it might look maybe a little bit in here might douse a little of the red. And then over here leave the red out. Maybe that might be good. But yeah, but I guess I went on a spiritual journey watching all these people abusing animals. And I wondered if my fellow man enjoys watching animals being tortured because it's terrible. And I do mean it's terrible the way these guys are treated. Terrible. And I don't understand why the innocent are always, I don't know why they're always being targeted. Animals and kids. I mean, we have all these teenagers now committing all these murders, horrendous crimes, and one wonders, is it drug related or is not? That's the thing. I think it's drug related because I would like to think it's drug related because I don't understand why anybody would the stuff that these rescuers find and some of the people that are put in on all the that are stolen into slavery and trafficking, because they just don't traffic animals, they traffic humans as much as animals, and little kids are their favorite to traffic. I wonder what goes through their heads as the traffickers. And I don't understand how you could watch someone suffer like that. And it does wonder because I mean, I'm not that kind of person. And when you're not this kind of person, it bothers you. It bothers you that this is what goes on in the world. You don't know if you're talking to someone that murdered a dog or a person and maliciously, not in self defense, just maliciously, Just do it. I mean, what goes to people's heads? I don't know. I guess I'm over here just trying to get a little humanity to try to help who I can. I know that there's people out there that enjoy torturing people, and it probably is never going to end, but I think if enough good people stand together, there'll be less of it. I mean, there always has to be the good with the bad. I get it. But what does it benefit?
Ah!
That's what I don't get. It benefits literally no one. It's not beneficial to society at all. I mean, hell, my dog's a rescue. I did not pick him. He just came to me. And I just literally told my husband, this is your birthday present and your Christmas present, because dogs are expensive.
Okay, knock out.
And they're a lifetime commitment, and we're good people.
Thank you.
He said he loved him. I even asked him, do you like him? You know, you like the doggy? And he was like, oh my God, I love him. He didn't go to bed till like 1 o'clock in the morning playing with him the first day we got Chong. And I just brought him home, and I was like, he really needed a home, and he was a rescue, and there he is. And now he's the one person in our life that is our baby now. My other two kids are older. My older son posted a picture of this guy that was with his pet spider that the venom got taken out, and he was posting showing the spider biting his hand, and goes, no worries. And I'm like,
Oh,
and so I
Franklin!
commented, is this your new pet? Because these are
Oh,
things that I do. This is my life. He has a bunch of cats. He's an animal person too. He probably got this from me, most likely. But I really do. I guess, now that I'm older and stuff, I mean, I really do think if we all band together a little bit, maybe we can not have so much bad, even it out. I feel that it's not even. There's more bad than good. I feel this. I've felt this for a while with the energy shift. I literally honestly feel like this is how it's been. I could be wrong, but there's just been a lot of bad events. Which means when good starts coming around, whoever started the bad event, their karma is going to be twice as bad. Especially when there's a whole cycle of bad stuff that happen around your bad stuff and a whole bunch of suffering. This is how the universe kind of makes things equals out. And you got to go over every little segment of him now that I'm making him red because I just think he's nicer red. Because Spider-Man has red. And I'm using up this red paint my friend gave me. And it's looking really nice now. I had to get these final touches. And I'm doing this all one way when you cross this. Because you can tell the way it's painted. Like, with your strokes. It's very important how you do it too. So you go like that. And this. I go up and down on each side and then just go across that way. Because you kind of want this faded out look. Like I got that. Where it's fading out. And it's looking a lot nicer than it is. I'm just going up and down with this part and then doing that. And then that's it. Because I want it to be neat. But we want a whole spider web here. Because it is Spider Man. You got to see his web. And he got a red little suit on, so. And then, and then you just keep doing this through the whole sketch painting. And this is how these things stay so uniform. Even in these parts here, it's getting skinnier. But same method, right across, up, down on the sides, and across. Now, same thing here. Go in on the sides like this. We're going across. There you go. And just like that. So then certain parts of these I'm going to use my acrylic markers. So I got little red markers I can use for some of these, which I'm going to shade in his mouth area with those. Yeah, all this I'm going to use my marker. I got two different kinds of markers I'm thinking of. I don't know which one I want to use yet. I got lots of stuff in my vault here. I like to call it the painting vault. You know, with these, I need to do a little bit to the side, I will, but these are kind of smaller. I'm just keeping this going. Go the same way as the spider web. And the same thing. I got a lot of paint on my brush here, so we'll do the same thing up here. You want it to make sense. Do that. And we got that so far. I'm just going up here, and like I said, I got these Teo tree things that I got from Amazon, of course. Laugh out loud. I damn love Amazon. I even order groceries on Amazon. They have wholesome foods. The husband was bitching about how I forgot some stuff from the store and yada yada yada. I, I put a $40 order in for all this stuff, and I was here. You gotta be here for it. You gotta be at your house to receive it. And I did it on the day of receipt, and then and then it was there the next day, and he was like, "Geez," I was like, "Yeah, I ordered it from Amazon," and he was like, "Of course." You ask me to do something, I'm busy, or I just don't feel like doing it. I'm ordering it from Amazon. This is what you get out of me. I mean, if I don't even feel like going to somebody's house, I could have it sent to their house. This is how much I love the Amazon. My mother-in-law thinks I got a problem. I like Amazon so much, but I think through COVID we all have had this problem. I keep my Amazon Prime because I get a lot of good deals with it. God, I get stuff that's real expensive for cheap because of the Amazon Prime. I even get free delivery for wholesome foods because of it. I will pay for that one all day long. And all the stuff that Facebook's supposed to be giving me is not, but I get subscriptions over here, and I'm glad. I didn't never thought I'd get 700 subscriptions, and I think I got 706 now. I don't know. Maybe it's my magnetic personality, but I am awfully blunt at times. All right, you're just shaping in the middle here. These, you don't just go the same way and just try to shape in a little red paint right where you see all the way. This doesn't have to be real prominent or nothing. I gotta get my red marker to shade in some areas because I feel that the red paint's gonna mess it up. And it very well may. That could happen. So, everything's kind of going this way, so you kind of want to get this nice. Wherever way the painting is the way you want to kind of do this. It's going this way, so because he's sideways. Got that. Here we go. It's getting nice. This end result's nice. I just can't believe people are paying $1,500 for a sketch painting on Etsy. I want to know what they're all smoking. Because that is a lot of money. I would self teach myself. I've self taught myself this. I just practiced a lot. I would self teach myself something before I had to buy something like that. I like my kids have always said I'm a cheap ass. They would ask me about this and that, and I would just tell them I was like, I don't know how rich you think I am, and they just look at me and go, ugh. Because they know I'm not about that life, about spending all kinds of unnecessary money for nothing. I'm not. Not at all. If I could save a buck, I am. Now I'm at the corner. I'm at the side roads, as they say, with this. I think the marker's going to have to come out because I think it might get ruined. So we can go in this tail pile here and get this out. And I really don't want to put my acrylic markers on there. But yeah, these come in a big pack, Teo Tree, and they're art markers. And they're for sketch artists. Yes, they are. And I think this one's red. Let's see. That looks pretty red. Alright. Alright, we're gonna take that out. They have a fat end and they got a good other and they got a thin end. I'm gonna thinly start just bringing this in like that. Because you want to fade this in, and you don't want to get it all colored in. Just just sprinkle a little red. We just want a little red sprinkle right here. Because this is where his mouth is, so I'm kind of just doing a little, I call it a sprinkle, where I just move it just a little bit this way. Alright, there we go. And you want to keep a little white here and there. Because this is what gave it dimension. And the thing that gave it dimension, you don't want to take from the painting. because it's supposed to be looking like a mouth, and all of your shading and all that's there. And I shaded a little bit with the paint too. And I like these Teo tree markers. They are one of my favorites because they do these effects. And I went a little bit down here. I'm just literally doing little just sporadic lines and just light coloring, like a light dusting. I did a light dusting, and I'll get real close so you can see. Just that light dusting, it kind of makes it all kind of come together a little bit. And then putting this back. I actually bought two of these. Those were on sale, I think, for like $20. But we got our Spider-Man. We have all of his dimensions where they're supposed to be. We got a little spider web here. I really think it turned out pretty good. So, and like I said, the markers finished it off. Sometimes you can use, I like to do pastels, markers, and sometimes even a pencil does the job. It's really up to what is pretty much what you're doing at the time. Ties to a sling. Oh, that's funny. That Spider Man looks like, oh, it does a little bit. Oh, I would love that. Maybe I should paint a Terra thing. That probably would be a good idea. But I kind of like it. It's not bad. That's whatever comes for the moment. But I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm gonna try. I'm probably gonna come back because I don't gotta work tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get as many little streams I can in and out. And I'm only gonna do one a day for Facebook because they're bothering the hell out of me lately. So I'm probably gonna come on again later. And I will see you guys. And thank you for listening. And I'll be practicing a little bit later too. So and you guys are awesome. And if you subscribe, you'll see me and all my different practicing again. You know, maybe I'll eventually one day get to where I could draw dogs and log cabins. But I'm going to work my way through all the anime until I can. I heard it takes more than 6 months. But I've heard I'm doing good for 6 months, so that's all you can do in life is try. You never know you can if you like something or don't like something until you try. I tried and I liked it. So I'm living proof and I do these just so I could blog my progress and you can see I'm not cheating and I am practicing and one day I'm gonna live stream me doing Chong's portrait because I love my dog. And it's gonna probably take me a year of practice through all this anime, so. And I will see you guys probably a little bit later because the husband's starving. And I don't know what he's ordering, but I'm gonna probably eat something and then come back on this network. I don't know. I got all these cheeses. I got two Facebook profiles now. And I'm changing the name of the one to Chong the dog. And I got 3 profiles for Instagram. One I'm locked out of. I don't know how to get a WhatsApp app. Don't know how. But they want me to get it just to get in my
Because
one profile, which I'm not that upset because it was only 300 followers and I don't care. So I opened up another one. But I guess eventually I'm going to have to fix it so they all connect. But I am changing the name on one profile because my husband said if enough people find me interesting, they might actually try to find out where I live and stuff. So I don't think I'm in any harm of that now. But I'm going to change it to where you can't see my first and last name and change the name now that I unsubscribed through Meta. And in this way, if I ever did get, I guess, popular, I don't, people can't find me as much, but I don't see how anybody'd want to bother me. But I guess it's possible that somebody always wants to bother you some way or another. People sometimes have nothing else better to do with their life except bother people. So thank you for your time. And if you subscribe, thank you for your subscription. But this is how I am. I'm not changing who I am. And to make anybody happy, I do this to make me happy. True. I'm honestly trying to just practice with anime to do Chong's portrait. I want to paint Chong one day. And dogs are one of the hardest things to paint. They really are. I'm probably looking at a year or two of practice before I can even get a decent dog. These people that you see that did a dog sculpture from wood and painted it are very experienced artists. Very experienced. They are some of the best. I seen this one guy that did a German Shepherd statue. And I love German Shepherds. They're one of my favorite dogs. But Chong is, he's mixed with German Shepherd. He has some traits of them, but I love them. I think they're gorgeous. I know they're police dogs, but I love them. And he did this tribute to his dog and made this incredible statue and painted it with this different lacquer paint. And it really was gorgeous. And you could tell he was an accomplished artist. It's going to take, and he took a long time and probably did stuff like that since he was a kid. But they showed it all through Facebook. It was, and he got a lot of views because it was a nice piece of work. And then there's people that did portraits of their dogs and stuff, and they were, it was like bones on accurate, but it took them years to be able to do it. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I'll get this down probably in a couple months, but why not have fun in the meanwhile? You guys could maybe, when I see that I was doing something not right, possibly maybe in the future, that could show that somebody else, if I make this mistake, Chong the dog over there did this and this didn't turn out so well, I'm going to do that. That's okay too. We all learn from each other. I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I wasn't made perfect. Our flaws make us adorable. That's just the way life is. It's good to see people's flaws, because that's what makes us human is our flaws. I believe it. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get to my food and all that, and I'll be back. So,
okay,
and we could engage in more conversation because he'll probably be talking about his Coco ass because they call him Coco over there when he plays Dead by Daylight. He's Dark Angel the Fall. And he does a lot of screaming, and I don't like to hear the screaming from the video games. I don't. I'd rather be out here painting, so I get a lot of supplies bought. because I can't stand it in there with all the yelling. He's a good gamer, but I can't take it. So I have my area, he has his. So if you guys even want to join him on live stream, it's Dark Angel the Fall. And that's Chong's dad. And he's way more, I would say he's way more better conversation than me. And he draws in people. And he just does his crazy stuff at his friends talking, and they talk about crazy stuff. So that's where we're at with that one. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll be back because today I actually want to be. I'm not trying to look up what's up apps and stuff today. I'm just done. I just want to paint and relax and stream. So I'll see you guys later if you're subscribed to me. And you could just, and if there's something I do that's funny, I am very humorous. I don't get butthurt. I do funny things at times, and I think it's part of my charm. So it is what it is. And I will see you later. All right.